Yeah. Yeah, I got it. I got it. Oh, hey, sorry, man, I have to go. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, C-Money, back with another video, and today, I'm going to be talking about something, I'm going to be talking about my favorite WrestleMania main events. I said this, a couple videos ago in my last video, and also in my return, and maybe in my other video, too. Uh, I said that I was going to make a video about my favorite WrestleMania main events. Now, it's not WrestleMania matches; it's favorite WrestleMania main events. But my number one favorite is actually my favorite WrestleMania match too. But it's also a main event, yeah. Because matches, I feel like it's too long. Because I have a lot of favorite matches. It's kind of hard. So I said the top 5 favorite WrestleMania main events. I said I wanted to do because I feel like if I would do WrestleMania matches, that would be too long. Because I like a lot of matches. It'd be harder to. Well, WrestleMania main events, I can kind of pick some. So, and again, I'm sitting down right here instead of on my chair. It's because my light is out, my little lamp I have over there, and I rather have it on when I sit there for some reason. I don't know. It's just the way I like it. I think it just makes it look a little bit better in the video. So, but who cares? Just whatever. So once I get that fixed, I'll be back in the chair. But yeah. So all right, guys. So yeah. So the first thing I want to number 5. What is my number 5? Favorite WrestleMania main events, number 5. Undertaker versus AJ Styles Boneyard match, WrestleMania 36. There were no fans, but this was filmed at like that weird like barn graveyard place, yeah. And even though it was like a little bit like goofy at times and a little bit like funny, or well, it was like a little bit like goofy at times, yeah. But honestly, it was a great match. It was fun to watch. It was cool to see like how AJ Styles came out in the limo and in the casket, and then Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows were there with the droids and druids. That's what, yeah. And then Undertaker beat all of them up. He beat up Gallows and Anderson. Then he chokeslammed AJ off the top of the barn, and then he buried him. Yeah, it was just a cool match. It was a cool match. It was cool to see Undertaker as like the American badass, the Undertaker, and Mark Calloway. Because I remember I watched the Undertaker documentary, and he said like that was like what was all WrestleMania 36 Part 1 actually, because they're 2 parts. Yeah. Yeah, and he said it was like because he was like the American badass, but he was also like the Undertaker, like the dead man, and then he was also Mark Calloway because how he was AJ was talking about his wife and everything, and then all that, and Undertaker actually got legit injured in that match because he went to go swing into the hit AJ, but AJ ducked and his hand went through the glass window. God, that hurt. Yeah, but Undertaker just, man, he is. It was honestly it was a cool, fun match to watch, and that's why I rank it a little bit high on my favorite WrestleMania main events because it's cool and it's fun to watch. So that my top net number 4. But who's his opponent this time? Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 26. Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, career versus streak. The reason I rank this one so high is just because it was such a great match with so much on the line. The streak versus Shawn Michaels' career, and that's what ended Michaels' career and just built up the streak even more. Man, it was just, and the match they had the year before, it wasn't the main event though, but it was WrestleMania 25. The first time Undertaker Shawn Michaels was a great match, won match of the year 2009. It was like the best. Then the next year they have a rematch, but this time more on the line. And it's also at the main event of WrestleMania. And it was just honestly like it was one of the most matches. Shawn Michaels when I give up. Michaels hit a moonsault off the top rope through the announce table. But it was on like Undertaker's legs. It wasn't. He hit the Sweet Chin music, kicked out. He hit the tombstone on the floor and in the ring, but he kicked out of that too. And then and Michaels was like, and he just smacked the Undertaker. Undertaker was like, and just freaking when they had the dude, they went like, shoo, he like jumped up and hit him with a big tombstone. And that was it. 1, 2, 3. Shawn Michaels' career is over. Well, not really, because then he teams up with Triple H to go up against Undertaker and Kane at Crown Jewel, yeah, which was terrible. But yeah, it's just so much was on the line in this match, guys, and honestly, and that's why I just ranked it so high. It was just such a great match. Ended Michael's career, built up the streak even more. It was a great match. Now, number three. John Cena versus The Rock. WrestleMania 28. Sorry, John. It was the one where the first match they had, it was when The Rock won. It was when The Rock won. Rock versus Cena. The Rock won that match. And the reason I ranked that one high was because, well, it's also like the reason I ranked it, like I'd say that match was better than the match they had at WrestleMania 29 the next year was because it was actually the first time they ever fought. And then the next year was just a rematch, and that time they had Cena won. And the belt was on the line, yeah, but the first one was just the first time they ever fought, and The Rock won. It was like, oh, wait, rock bottom, The Rock has beaten John Cena. And John Cena just went into like a... Yeah, 2012 was not a good year for John Cena, and then 2013, he got his redemption at WrestleMania 29 when he beat The Rock. And the only reason, yeah, which was okay, it was just like, it was the same thing, though. It was the same main event, the same rematch. This time was just a belt on the line, and Cena gets his redemption. So it's no offense to that, it just, the first one was just better because, and not just because The Rock won, but it was because it was actually the first time they ever fought, and The Rock won, baby. And it was just a great match. The once in a lifetime, yeah, right. Yeah, but it was just a great match, which they built up for a year. Yeah, so that was epic. Now, number 2. This just shouldn't really come as a surprise. Well, it might be because it's not number 1, but Hulk Hogan versus The Ultimate Warrior, baby. WrestleMania 6. I wasn't alive. It doesn't matter. Toronto, Canada. Hulk Hogan versus The Ultimate Warrior. Skydome. Toronto, Canada. Oh God, it was a great match, and I'm not just saying that because Ultimate Warrior and he's my favorite. It's also because, well, I liked the Ultimate Warrior, and then like when I watched that match, it was like, oh my God, because you have like the best guy in the industry at the time, Hulk Hogan, who was like the top guy at the time, going up against another top guy that also, and the fans love both of them. It's Hulk Hogan, the superhero, Ultimate Warrior, another superhero. It's like such a great match. And then they had to kind of pass the torch. And the Ultimate Warrior beat Hulk Hogan. It was sort of like a pass the torch moment. But then the Warrior left and Hogan was really back on top because then the next year he main evented WrestleMania again. Yeah. But it was such a great match. It had the big Ultimate Warrior. 1, 2. No, Hogan kicked out. The big comeback. It was a big comeback. The big boot, leg drop. No, he moved out of the way. Big splash. 1, 2, 3. It was such just a great match, and the Ultimate Warrior took home the championship. Oh, title for title, Intercontinental title versus the WWE title. Both singles titles on the line. I just got an alert. 1 second. Sorry. My bad. It was such a great match, guys. And then Ultimate Warrior won, passed the torch. But it's just seeing like two great guys that the fans love going at the main event of WrestleMania. It was just, and the Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan, both great promos. Yeah, it was great. Now, number 1. My favorite WrestleMania main event, or just favorite WrestleMania match, honestly. I love this one. Favorite WrestleMania main event of all time, or even just WrestleMania match, honestly. My favorite WrestleMania match. Here, 1 second. I'm going to get it. My favorite WrestleMania match ever of all time. Wait, I have to find it. My favorite WrestleMania match that ever happened. Wait. 1 second. Yeah, my favorite WrestleMania main event and also match of all time was none other than ready. Here it comes. 1 second. Here he is. Ready? My favorite WrestleMania main event of all time. No, I'm kidding. Because and that wasn't even a main event, but yeah, but they had that. No, here's my real one. I was like stalling because I had to find just a Brock Lesnar versus Kurt Angle, WrestleMania 19, 2003 was my favorite WrestleMania main event. And again, I wasn't alive, but I still watched it. I eventually watched it. One of the best matches I've ever watched. One to up there with my favorites, Brock Lesnar, going up against Kurt Angle. It was one of the best matches in my opinion. Remember, don't hate me in the comment section. These are my opinions, okay? I should have said that in the beginning of the video. These are my opinions. So don't be saying it in the comments if you can. If comments are actually on. Yeah, hopefully they are, though. This is just my opinion. Brock Lesnar versus Kurt Angle, because it was Brock Lesnar's first ever WrestleMania. He was the main event. Kurt Angle was the champ. He had to go get neck surgery, actually, right after the match, and he was out for like 2 months. And then he said to Brock, he's like, no, just pretend my neck is not hurt. Pretend my neck is not hurt. Pretend I'm fine. Yeah, and it was such a great match. You had Lesnar, F5, Kurt Angle, the Angle Slam, ankle lock, and then, of course, who can forget F5? The shooting star press. He landed on his head. Guys, if you guys haven't seen that, Brock Lesnar went for the shooting star press, and he landed on his head. Kurt Angle moved out of the way. He landed on his head. It was, oh my God. It was terrible. But Brock still kicked out. And then he picked him up for the third F5, the arm on top. 1, 2, 3. Your new WWE champion, Brock Lesnar. One of the best WrestleMania main events in my opinion, because it was such a great match. You had Brock Lesnar, Kurt Angle, two top guys. Brock's first WrestleMania, and he was in the main event. It was just great. And then the big shooting star press, he missed it. Yeah, Kurt Angle had to have neck surgery like right after that, and he's like, "Oh, don't worry, just pretend my neck is not hurt. Pretend, yeah." And then in the end. The hug in the end, they hugged each other. Such a great moment. And then, as Brock was like the good guy at the time, yeah, which I love Brock as a good guy. It was such a great moment. WrestleMania 19. Oh my God, it was great. And that's it, guys. And that's my top 5 favorite WrestleMania main events. It was just a fun video. I just wanted to make it. WrestleMania main events: Brock Lesnar, Kurt Angle, number 1. Undertaker, AJ Styles. Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, career versus streak. Rock versus Cena, the first time. Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan. Brock Lesnar, Kurt Angle. And that's just my favorite WrestleMania matches, guys. If you guys disagree with me, that's okay. We all have opinions. and that's it, guys. Leave a comment, like, subscribe for more. C-Money's out.